If I want to learn something from a manuscript I read or a book chapter, I used to highlight things, and I had a very elaborate, and I learned from that study, one of the best things we can do is read information in whatever form, a magazine, research article, et cetera, a book, and then to take some time away from that material, maybe walk, maybe close one's eyes, maybe leave them open, doesn't matter, and just try and remember specific elements. How much does one remember? Then go back to the material and look at it. And I've just been positively astonished at how much more information I can learn when I'm not simply going through motor commands of just underlining things and highlighting them, but stepping away and thinking, okay, I don't remember how many subjects there were. I'll go back and check that, maybe make a note.
Well, I'm smiling because when I was 22, I wrote this book called How to Become a Straight A Student. And the whole premise of the book was, I'm going to talk to actual college students who have straight A's and who don't seem completely ground out, right? Not burnt out. And I'm just going to interview them. Protocol was, how did you study for the last test did you study for? How did you take notes for the last? So I was just asking them to walk through their methodology. The core idea was active recall. That was the core idea. Replicating ideas, the way I used to say is replicating the information from scratch as if teaching a class without looking at your notes. That is the only way to learn. It was my key. The whole premise that got me writing that book is I went through this period as a college student where I came in freshman year, was like a fine student, not a great student, but a fine student. And I was rowing crew and I was sort of excited to do that. And then I developed a heart condition and had to stop. Congenital wiring in the heart, atrial flutter thing. It meant I couldn't row crew anymore.
It's a prolapse of some sort?
A circuitry issue that would lead to an extremely rapid heart, really rapid tachycardia, right? You get 250 beats a minute. And it could be exercise induced, right? Which is not optimal. You could take beta blockers, which would moderate the electrical timing, doing active recall. For math classes, my main study tool was a stack of white paper. All right, do this proof, white piece of paper, and just, can I do it from scratch? If I could, I know that technique. If I don't, all right, I'm going to come back and try it again later. Completely transformed. I did so well academically, that's why I ended up writing that book to basically spread that message to other people. So I'm a huge advocate for active recall. It's really hard, but it is the way to learn new things. I mean, it was a problem. It was a social problem for me that I would have to pretend during finals period that I was going to the library to study because I would be done studying. This active recall, it's brutal, but it's incredibly efficient. You sit down there, I would have my cards, I would mark it. Okay, I struggled with this, I'd put it in this pile. I got it done, I'd put it in this pile. So then you would just go back to the I struggled with it pile and work on that. These would exponentially decay. And so in like a few hours, you could really master, with a few other tricks that worked, you could really master the material pretty quickly. And then what am I supposed to do? I didn't do all-nighters. It wouldn't make any sense. Like active recall is how you prepare, and it's going to take 4 hours, and it's going to be tough.